Hey guys, how's it going? Thanks for watching. Before we get started here, I know everyone's kind of in quarantine and it's a tough time for a lot of people, especially freelancers like us and wedding videographers and photographers. So just want to say I hope you're doing well and staying positive through this whole time. Today we're going to be talking about lighting specifically for wedding videos. This is something that's kind of new to me. I started wedding videography about 2 years ago now. Had my first full season last year, went really well, learned a lot of stuff from other videographers, from YouTube channels, just experienced myself as a videographer. I've been doing video production for quite some time, but I just kind of dipped into wedding videos. So last year was my first full season and I dabbled in learning better audio and kind of got on that front, got some good microphones, some wireless lavs like I'm wearing now, shotgun mics, just kind of everything, figuring that out. And towards the end of I never really had problems with lighting at venues and different ceremonies and stuff. I did pretty well actually for a majority of my weddings, but kind of towards the end of the year, I had a couple outdoor receptions, a couple barn receptions, and the lighting was just awful, just so terrible. And it was just something that I kind of had to work around, you know, boosting ISO, which gets the picture really grainy, as you can see here. I had this tiny little LED light that I used in a 10, as you can see here. It just, unfortunately, I just had to work with what I had. And after doing some research, as you can see here, I took the dip and invested in some nice light gear. I have yet to use this light yet, but I just kind of wanted to talk about it and kind of talk about why I decided to invest in this light. So this is the Practilite 602. This is the box that it comes in. So this is the light itself. It's a very, very compact light. It's a LED fresnel, and you can adjust the color temperature on it. We'll power it on here. So I'll do some examples that you can kind of see over there, some demonstrations. So on the side here, we have the color temperature dials. It goes all the way down to 3000 Kelvin, and I think you can boost it up to 6000 Kelvin. So it has a great range to kind of match the venues that you're in, the reception halls that you're dealing with, kind of match that lighting. Power levels, it goes from 5% all the way at the lowest level, not very bright, as you can kind of see here, and it goes all the way up to 100%, which is really bright, as you guys saw in the intro. The also great thing about this is if you plug it into an AC outlet, right now I just have it running off of a V-mount battery, which is kind of cool. I'll show you my full setup of how I kind of go about how I would mount the light with the battery, cords, cables, and everything. And I have to shout out Matt from who is Matt Johnson, his channel. He's been so helpful. I'm part of some Facebook wedding groups that he's in, and obviously I've been following his YouTube channel since I started doing wedding videos. So, and if you want to check out his channel, I have it right up here. You can check it out. He's just got some really great information. He's been doing weddings for over like 10 or 12 years, I think, and he posts tutorials and equipment stuff on his YouTube channel. He's got a great following and has a lot of great information, so go ahead and check him out. But he's actually the one that kind of, I guess you could say, convinced me to go with this light. There's a lot of different options that you could have, but I kind of followed his setup. As you can see here, I have the light up on this stand. It's an adjustable stand, light stand, raise the height, big feet, super stable. I have a V-mount battery connected with a V-mount plate. I just attached it to the legs here. And you can run the V-mount cord right up into the light itself, so you have no cables, you don't need power outlets. V-mount battery, I think it lasts, what do I have written here, 5.5 hours on full power, which is plenty enough to get you through your venue, at least the dances and speeches and all that stuff. And another thing is, if you need to, you can plug it into AC power. And which is another thing, it's the flexibility. And if you do have direct AC power, it doesn't really work all the time in power switches. It's better if you have direct to the outlet. You can actually boost the power to, I believe it's 140%, so you can get some more power out of it, which, I mean, you really don't need to. It's a bright enough light itself. But you know, if you're the only light source, you might need some extra power. The other cool thing, I'll do a demonstration here on the wall. You can't really, well, yeah, that should work there. So right now I have it on spotlight. So this knob in the back right here, you can focus how broad or how tight the light is focusing. So right now I have it on spot. You can open this up and have a really nice wide opening to kind of disperse your light. Which is really cool. So this light has a ton of flexibility. Let's talk about that a little bit. So what comes in the box, you get your light, you get your XLR lighting power adapter cable that plugs into AC outlets. And that's basically it. You do get some barn doors that are super easy to attach. Yep, so they just snap on like that. You can adjust your lighting, make it tighter, block off from the people who are viewing the dances and stuff. But again, like I said, you can also control all that through this back knob as well. So this is what you get in the box. The light itself runs just under about $1,000. I got it off of B&H Photo and Video. That's where I get most of my gear. It's a great site. You can check them out too. So unfortunately, not a whole lot comes with the light, but this is pretty much all you need. Just get a light stand. You got the power source if you need power source. But like I said, Matt, he suggested getting a V-mount battery, a mount plate, and having some different options so that you can just have a little versatility, because you never know what you're going to get in venues. If you have an outdoor venue, there might not be any power anywhere nearby. So what a little add-on, it cost me couple extra $100, so I think all in I'm like around $1,100 for this lighting setup, cables, the case that I bought, the light stand, V-mount batteries and stuff. So I just got this Pelican case. This is the, what is this? This isn't the 1510. I'll let you know what it is right here. This is the smaller Pelican case. What comes in here is just some foam that you're able to kind of customize, and they're just foam inserts that you can kind of customize how you have it in there. So I have the spot for the light to go in, get the Practilite in there. I just took out these foam inserts, have the barn doors that can slide in there, cables go in here, and 2 V-mount batteries. I got an extra one because I always have backups for everything. Extra camera batteries, extra AA, AAA batteries. I always have to have a backup. It's just something that's just part of me. So in my head, I'm always like, all right, if something happens, do I have a backup? So I got 2 batteries. Everything fits in here nice. I can just take this case with me and bring it to weddings. Other stuff. I actually have set this up. If you checked out my last YouTube video, which was the Peter McKinnon Nomadic unboxing, you can check it out right here. That was my first kind of slow-mo, fun B-roll challenge video that another YouTuber had challenged some of his followers to do. I used the Practilite in there actually, which I'll show you my other, I guess you could call it a YouTube setup. I used it in an interview. You can see here, added some nice depth to it. What I had to do to get this kind of other setup, this was another add-on for the Practilite, is it comes in a little case like this. I'll show you that setup here with the V-mount battery, light stand, and the Softbox. So it comes with a speed ring that you have to kind of snap on the light, and then this Softbox that just goes right over the speed ring. You can see that set up here. So it just adds a little softness to the light, makes it not as harsh, gives a good a look to the light. And again, you can achieve that in many other ways, but this was just a little add-on that I got for myself for, you know, like I said, doing some business interviews or outside of weddings, YouTube stuff. Overall, I'm super happy about this investment. It's definitely gonna pay for itself, being able to take this mobily to weddings, different venues. using it for YouTube videos like this. And just the mobility of it, having it small, compact, easy to carry around, easy to use, super powerful. I'm just super excited to get out there and put it to use. And again, hopefully you all have a great wedding season once we get back out there in the field. Please stay safe, be mindful, make sure you're having great communication with your couples and the venues and all that to make sure that you're following protocols. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you click like, it really helps me out. Hit subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. And again, take care. We'll see you around.